Hello everyone, I'm Eriris. Today I'm going to talk about Detective Conan. I'll be discussing Detective Conan Manga Chapter 1110 today. First, let's quickly recap the happenings in this chapter. Wakasa and Hiboro watch the news at the beginning of the chapter. According to the news, the culprit was not captured, but the weapon was confiscated. Wakasa is asked by Hiboro if he would be free on Wednesday. Wakasa says that he made a promise to a friend that day. Hiboro responds that there is nothing particular about that day when Wakasa asks as to its significance. On the other panel, we see Hiboro looking at the phone screen. A parent meeting will hold in the classroom that day. On the following page, we continue with Wednesday, where the parent meeting will occur. The kids talk about the parents' meeting. Conan says his mother will attend the parents' meeting. This surprises and worries Hiboro. Conan says that everything will be okay because his mother will attend the conference disguised as Fumio Adagawa. Conan then says he has taken several measurements of his height but has never grown, and he asks Hiboro whether it is a side effect of the drug. Hiboro says it has nothing to do with the drug. Hiboro's reaction after Conan said this is remarkable. Kids visit a store to buy stationery. They meet into Maria there. Maria says she's thinking about buying tape. She was planning to use tape to fix up the torn end of the timeline. They next come across Takuma and Kaisuke. The shield Takuma used for the solar eclipse has been broken, so he gets a new one. Kaisuke, on the other hand, came to buy snacks, but after speaking with Genta, he leaves empty-handed. Kaisuke shares a story with other students at school on the other page. In the past, a student caught the teacher eating a candy in class, so he began to eat much faster, and tragically, he died as a result. He still has a spirit, and if you left him something to eat at school, he would be delighted. He then transferred to another school. Titan Elementary School is now home to the boy's soul. When other kids hear this story, they are scared. The detective boys then appear and claim that it is fake. Kaisuke, on the other side, claims that this is correct and that the flowers at the school were burned because it was not done. Then Kobayashi and Wakasa appear in front of the children and tell them that they must change for gym class. On the following page, Ayumi, Maria, and Mitsuhiko are shown. It is lunchtime, and the three of them are in charge of today's delivery of food. Maria mentions that her mother is suffering from a backache as they talk about the parents' meeting in the hallway. As everyone waits in line to get their food, Takuma looks out the window. When Genta asks Takuma if anything is wrong, Takuma says nothing is wrong and gets in line. The girl in front of their Conan then says to her friend that today is her turn to water the plants, but one of the tulips seems to be missing, so the girl's friend says to tell the teacher to look at it. We see Takuma crush the tulip in the panel's background, therefore one is missing. Kaisuke is shown eating in the other panel. In a brief flashback, he recalls that the food on his table disappeared and Genta told him that he is liar. After finishing their lunches on next page, the kids get to work cleaning the classroom. Just at this moment, the tulips in the garden are starting to burn. Conan and the teachers head straight for the garden to douse the flames. From the teacher's desk, Hiboro takes the vase and exits through the window. And using the water in the vase, she extinguishes the flames. However, when she was extinguishing the fire, some of the water in the vase spilled on Hiboro, soaking her. They start discussing the cause of the fire. They say that if someone came in around lunchtime and lit a fire, it would have been seen. Meanwhile, Kaisuke pokes his head out the window of the next class and claims it's the ghost's work. In the last panel, we see Maria and Takuma thoughtfully. This is the chapter's quick summary. I want to start by discussing who might have burned the tulips. We have Maria, Takuma, and Kaisuke as suspects. Takuma had crushed one of the tulips, so he may have wanted to hide this by burning the other tulips. Kaisuke, on the other hand, may have done it to avoid being called a liar in front of the other kids. I don't think Maria has any reason to do so. If an explanation is needed, we could, however, hypothesize that she did it in order to delay the parents' meeting. But I think Maria will be one of the most discussed figures in this series. There are already a lot of theories floating around regarding her. Another topic I'd like to discuss is, of course, Wakasa. After the previous chapter, we were wondering if she would stay at the school, but in this chapter, she shows up and acts as if nothing happened. In all honesty, there is a high possibility that Conan and Wakasa will have a conversation at the end of this series. I believe that if they speak, Conan and we readers would both learn a lot. With this conversation, Conan may find out Rom's true identity, in my opinion. Another thing I want to mention about Wakasa is that she is still teaching. Even though it was a huge risk for her to first show up to school acting as a teacher, the fact that she remains there even after Rom learns her true identity shows that Wakasa has placed too much trust in something. Otherwise, I think she wouldn't have acted in this way. After reading this chapter, I think there is now much more of a likelihood that Wakasa may receive support. What do you think about this issue? Finally, I'd want to talk about the conversation between Conan and Hibara. Conan didn't spend much time thinking about it, but I think there is something there. Because Hibara's stare was strange. Could Hibara be hiding information regarding Apatoxin 4869 from Conan? Please share your views with me in the comments. That's it for today. Thanks for watching the video till the end.